Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to another video, weekly challenge for Kerbal Space Program 2. This week we are going to be going to Duna. I didn't do the super duper goals because I'm not that good and I don't have that kind of time. I basically reused the Saturn V missile or launcher from the last week's mission to recreate Apollo 11, but I did changed the lander a little bit and yeah, flipped out of control there. And I also added a rover to the ship so that we can maybe try to drive around on Duna. Ultimately, it's not really the best because my frame rates were like 4 frames per second, but it is what it is. So I'm doing the escape trajectory here from Kerbin, and there's a very specific time of year that you want to try to leave, and it makes kind of like a right angle with Kerbal, Kerbin, and Duna. And if you look for like a trajectory map or something along those lines for KSP, it's roughly the same for this one. I'm just lining up the intercept there. I make a few mistakes of like facing the wrong direction a couple times when I'm burning, but thankfully this thing has just a little bit of extra fuel. The landing doesn't go so well because I didn't pack enough parachutes, and because I reused the Saturn V launch vehicle, I forgot to change one of the thrusters from just a single hydrogen engine to maybe 2 or 3 of them. If I just had 2 or 3 of them, it would have probably gone a little bit better, but in the end, it's probably fine. This is one of those moments where I burned the wrong way for a minute and I had to turn around and waste a little bit of fuel, but I got going back in the right direction. So now I'm just trying to do the capture burn to get inside Duna's atmosphere. I make a little bit of a mistake here, and I'm not paying attention as well as I should have been to the periapsis height, and I thought it said 1,300 kilometers, but it said 1,300 meters. So I overburn and actually go on a crashing trajectory, but I fix it before it's too late. I realize before it's too late. Yeah, like right there I'm at a periapsis of 12,000 meters, which is not great if you're trying to circularize around Duna. So I pushed it back up to 200K, and then I'm just planning my circularization burn, coming in at like a polar orbit, sort of. It's almost perfectly polar, which would be great for like a mapping satellite, but I don't know if it's the best for a lander. I guess actually it is pretty good, because if you're in a polar orbit and you're trying to land on a planet, that gives you the most options of where to land, because if you want to land somewhere, you just got to wait until it's beneath you. So I suppose a polar orbit is actually not so bad for trying to land on a celestial body. I'm just warping here so I can get to the South Pole. I thought it would be kind of cool to like land near the South Pole and then have to like drive over to it. I don't think that's going to happen because the frame rates are just too low for me when I'm on the surface. It's like 4 frames, and the rover seems to have like some physics problems that don't work out too well. It's okay though. Coming in for like my deceleration or landing burn here and just dumping some stages that run out of fuel. This is the point where I'm realizing the hydrogen thruster, single hydrogen thruster, is not powerful enough to slow me down. I pop the chutes and that helps a little bit. They act as like drogue chutes, and I have the throttle maxed out on this, and I feel like I'm gonna make it just in time, and I do make it just in time. I impact the ground at like 20 meters per second, which is just enough to keep everybody alive. I stage very quickly as it's falling apart to try to keep it from, breaking everything all at once. Pop out the rover. At this point in the game, it's like 4 frames, and I can't. It's like so chuggy. It's bad. Like I only want to bring the best 60 frames per second stuff here, so it's very sped up. Kind of slippery and slidey like it was on Minmus. So, and it's raised up off the ground. The collision seems to be messed up, so I think it's not working right. You can see the Kerbal kind of hopping there a little bit. Like the physics is just a little weird on Duna for some reason. I'm unloading the lander to take a little picture of everybody. Got Dunlee Kerman here. Got like 7 Kerbals in the lander. hopefully, like, I don't know, a long time from now when they come out with colonies, these Kerbals will come to good use because they'll already be on the surface, and I'll just have to send like a colony module or something to go meet them. Or I could also send a rescue mission in the meantime. If that is one of the challenges, I suppose I'll have to do that. But anyways, if you guys made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Please consider subscribing. I'm going to keep doing these weekly challenges as they come out on the Discord. So thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.